This is Austin Reaves. He went from being undrafted to getting the admiration of the Lakers fans, Team USA and even LeBron. But his path to the NBA was not like your normal NBA player story. To understand how this skinny white boy became him, we have to look at how Reaves went from milking cows, over dominating in high school, to outplaying the NBA draft. And for his childhood, I have a question for you. How many people lived in Austin's hometown? Well, Reaves grew up on a farm in Newark, Arkansas, where under 1,200 people live. In other words, you can't even call it a city. Both of his parents were professional basketball athletes. But before Reaves recorded career high numbers, he had a bigger challenge at hand, beating his mother Nicole Wilkett in a game of horse. I would beat both of them, his mom clarified, noting that the elder Reaves brother Spencer was not off the hook. That's right, the family played basketball in their backyard at their farm, and when the two sons were young, their mother would defeat them instead of giving them a chance. This already shows the competitive spirit of the Reaves family, which Austin also carries in him. But as a kid, his future didn't look so bright. He detested working with the cows on the farm. He loved basketball, but coming out of such a small town, reaching the NBA can be described as an unattainable dream at best. So his mom gave him some harsh words, saying, either you get in the gym or you work on the farm. These words motivated Reaves to pursue a basketball career, which brings us to his high school years. Later on, we have some hilarious Austin Reaves moments, so make sure to stick around. Now, you would think that a guy who goes undrafted wasn't that special in high school, right? Well, that couldn't be further from the truth. Just check out these stats. As a senior, he averaged 32.5 points, 8.8 rebounds and 5.1 assists per game, leading his team to a Class 3A state title. Afterwards, Reaves was named MVP of the state tournament after averaging 43.3 points through 4 games. And most remarkably, he scored an astonishing 73 points against Forest City High School. Now, while Austin also gathered some great feats in his college career, it didn't look as promising as his high school career. He committed to playing basketball for Wichita State, but was merely on a reserve role. One time, he scored 7 3-pointers in one half, the most ever recorded in that program. But other than that, his numbers were average at best. Take a guess at how many points he averaged. Got your number? As a sophomore, he shot an impressive 42.5% from deep, but averaged just over 8 points and 3 rebounds. Reaves felt like he couldn't fulfill his potential at Wichita, so he decided to transfer.
On the national stage, as Reaves is able...
The NCAA transfer rules required Austin to sit out his first year. But he used that time to hit the weights, and when the year was over, he added 20 pounds to his body, mostly muscles. And when he finally got to play, we saw a glimpse of what the future NBA star had to offer. Reaves played with such a tenacity that many people compared his spirit to his favorite player Kobe Bryant, which ultimately earned him the nickname Hillbilly Kobe. Come on, that name is kinda funny, isn't it? Anyways, at Oklahoma he recorded a career high 41 points and averaged 18.4 points, 5.5 rebounds and 4.6 assists per game as a senior. But now that his college career was almost over, this is where the fun and the drama begins. Do you know at which spot Reaves was drafted? Well, he wasn't. The Pistons offered to draft him in the second round with the 42nd pick. But the night before, something happened. The Lakers called his agent and said if he went undrafted, they promised him a 2-way contract. And growing up as a die-hard Laker fan, Reaves decided to join the yellow and purple franchise. Now you could say that the Lakers spotlight only has advantages for Austin, right? Nope, that's actually not true. Additionally to being the most media present team, he also had the challenge of playing next to 5 future Hall of Famers, with LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, Dwight Howard and Carmelo Anthony. Remember, Austin was still on a 2-way contract and not a safe NBA deal. A few poor performances and he would have never seen the NBA again. So when LeBron hosted his training camp before the season, Reaves knew he had to perform. There was one particular incident where LeBron threw him a pass and all he could think of was, don't hit the backboard, don't airball, just hit the net. And he actually splashed the ball and afterwards was confident, making it through the scrimmage. And a few solid performances later, Reeves was signed on a guaranteed contract even before the season began. But there was one more small problem for him. A tweet of him from 2012 resurfaced which taunted LeBron, saying, "When I need some peace and quiet, I set my phone to LeBron mode, no ring." But Reeves called LeBron, explained everything, and James just laughed it off. In his rookie year, Reeves spent more time on the bench than on the court. However, the more he played, the more efficient he got. In December 15, he scored 15 points on 5 of 6 shooting from 3, grabbed 7 rebounds and hit a game-winning 3-pointer in a 107-104 victory over the Dallas Mavericks. Pretty convincing, don't you think? Ultimately, his performances made him advance to the starting 5 of the Lakers. By the way, what would you think is Austin's scoring record in the NBA? Well, this year he recorded 35 points in a win against Orlando Magic, in which he scored the final 10 points for the Lakers. In another game where Reeves went off, he faced the crowd and yelled the words, "I'm him." And not only did this make him a fan favorite, but he also developed a close relationship with LeBron. When asked about it in an interview, he had this to say.
I've been around the game long enough to know great basketball IQ players, and I know the type of players that fit with my game, and I knew Austin would be that.
Now there is one more thing that makes Austin Reeves special, his playoff performances. This year, his averages in the postseason rose from 13 points, 3 rebounds and 4 assists to just under 17 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists. He proved that he has no trouble performing on bigger stages. But what he is really shining with is his consistency. Reeves is not the Anthony Davis type of player who goes off for 30 points on one night and struggles to get 10 the other. He contributes to the team's success in any game. With this said, he is worth every penny of his contract. And while he is earning just above 1 million next year, Austin will make at least 50 million over the next 4 years if he signs an extension or with another team. Finally, there is one more stop in Austin's career. His success with the Lakers enabled him to represent Team USA at the FIBA World Cup this year. And as I'm recording this video, they already won all 3 of their group games, which means they will advance. And meanwhile, Austin Reeves does what Austin Reeves does best: be consistent. Even against international competition, he doesn't disappoint to perform. No matter who you let this guy play against or which stage you let him play on, he always delivers. But I gotta admit, there is one secret behind Austin's success. He decided to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and yeah, no wonder he went off afterwards. So you could help me out by doing the same. But there's another thing you need to know. Even though Reeves is part of the Team USA roster, they might not win the FIBA World Cup. If you want to know why, make sure to check out this video. Seriously, just click it. I'll see you there.